All right, and just like that, so now we have the leaf brake delete on it, and I got some spacers behind the speed sensor, and I can't really spin it because I got rags and stuff to protect the wheel, but now I have to do the hard work of, I got to take this apart to get this brake lever off, which I don't know how much that weighs, but I mean it's coming along. It's actually good to see at least the rear wheel on. I was going to put, and I'm probably still going to do it, I'm probably going to go away from this steel sprocket and go to an aluminum, but because it's an extended swing arm, it's whatever, it's easier than a normal. I ain't even got the I'm drawing a blank, brain fart, but these in titanium. On my other bike they're titanium and aluminum, but on this one it's not. So all right, so now I can turn my attention towards the front. Be back. All right, so the plastic piece that goes under here, it is a bitch to take off. I'll show you the weights. But so far, now all of the lines are out of the bike. And I'll be replacing it with, I know this looks like a big mess, but my Core Moto line, which will go straight from the master to the caliper. So now let's see how much it weighs. All right. One of the last things I'm gonna weigh before I take a break is the front caliper, lines, and then the big plastic piece I showed you earlier. Let's see, 3 sets. So obviously that's wrong because the scale sucks. Let me try it again. How much you think it weigh?
What? The order and everything?
Yeah, it's like, no, I think it's 4 pounds. It's only reading that in ounces though. That's because I don't know why it's doing that. All right. So,
So 3 pounds somebody?
nah, I'm trying to reset this. It's like, it's saying 3 on that, but it's saying 1.63. So, okay. So in this bag is 3 pounds, 23 ounces. Plastic, front rotor, and a couple of lines. So that's an additional 3. All right, so I'm back. Finally got to the point where I'm tightening up the wires, put mostly everything back together. Ran into an issue with I ordered the wrong buttons. This is Brembo, and based upon some of the videos I watched on YouTube, and looking at weights of rotors, like most of the rotors are either heavier than this or at least equal to. There's not a bunch of extremely light rotors that's 5mm. So I'm going to retain this and then order the 5.0mm versus the 4.5 that I had. So that's that. Maybe the aluminum buttons will drop some weight off of this, you know, an ounce or two probably. But anyways, back to the tank. So this is the carbon tank that I bought. This thing was like $3,000. MR12 messed it up, so I sent it off to JL Design, and JL Design built me a massive fuel cell in here because it's still a street bike. To the feel, it feels heavier than the OEM. That OEM right there still has the pump in it. I haven't switched it over to this as of yet, but just weighing this thing and looking online, it seems like the carbon tank is probably what was it, like 2 pounds heavier. Anyways, I'm gonna find out how much heavier it is. So let me put I know it's kind of ghetto, but I'll put the camera down a little bit. Almost dropped it, but there we have it. And I will weigh them real quick. So, and this is without pump. Assuming that this is gonna work. Okay, so without the pump, this tank weighs 7 pounds, 71 ounces. So more like 8 pounds or something like that. If you know, 16 ounces in a pound, all of that. So that's that. And then the OEM tank with pump. Let's see. Reset it. Now this is with pump, so when I take the pump out, it'll probably be less. The OEM is 8 pounds, 72 ounces, or 9 or 10 pounds, or whatever it is. So technically, the fuel cell is still lighter, but once I put the pump in there, it's probably gonna be heavier, assuming that this fits, because I haven't test fitted it yet. Anyways, so that's, I don't know, a pound or two difference. I just wanted to use that because I paid so much for it, so. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna do this again. So I'm gonna weigh it this time without the pump in it. So just pull the fuel out. It's gonna drip a little bit. So now it's reading 6 pounds, 6 pounds, 4 ounces. So the pump is like a couple of pounds by itself. So technically this OEM tank is lighter than the fuel cell that I got made. But I'm gonna weigh it again, just cause. Alright, I know it's kind of trash, but it probably was trash, but I wanted to save the tank. I wanted to save the tank, so. And then this one is 7.89. So the other one was 6.04, this is 7.89. So this, even though it's supposed to be lighter, is actually heavier. So it's probably this massive fuel cell that's in here. But it's a street bike, so I didn't want something too small. Hopefully this fits inside of the bike though. We'll find out soon. So, took away weight, but added some weight back. But I wanted to use the $3,000 tank. Okay, I'm back with the whole weight savings on the S1000. So what I had to go do was, I got these from the local Fasteners store. And the reason why I got them is because I ordered the Alpha Racing stuff from HHR, the block offs for the ABS. They said it was in stock. It's not in stock. In fact, they actually order from Alpha Racing, so I'm waiting, and it's like another week to 2 weeks that I'm gonna get it. So I'm tired of looking at the bike, and I said, okay. And I was gonna do this initially, but I was trying to be like, whatever about it. So, at any rate, I'm taking out all of the, gotta clean it up, but I'm taking everything off and I'm just blocking the module. I'm hoping that it doesn't throw any error codes or anything on the dash, because realistically, if it does, then I'll probably take the whole module out and then replace it with the Alpha Racing plug. So that's the plan. This is a Carbon Easy tail. The subframe is great, but I'm using the bracketry, but I don't know a way to bolt the end of this tail up. And realistically, I mean, you can look at it. Now I know some people will let this go, but it's bothering me, so. I don't know what's going on with GoPro, but it cut off and I had 30% battery. So anyways, what I was saying was the tail needs to be secured. So I just tried the bolts. I had to keep the washers on for this ball because it was too long, and they only had 3 of these. The Alpha Racing stuff looks like this, so if that gets in fast enough, then I'll replace all of this with that. But if not, and I get the bike up, then I'll just keep it the way that it is. So still working on the bike. I had to send off the fuel cell made by JL Design because the cell was hitting this, so I'm getting them to modify that and cut it a little bit, and hopefully that's that. And then last but not least, the rotor's down here under all this Willard stuff, and I still need to get the buttons in. I ordered 4.5 versus 5, so the 5s will be in, and I should be able to put this back together and then get that front wheel on. ECU is reflashed, and that's pretty much, I mean, I'll just have to tighten some things up, and then I should be good to go. So stay tuned for that, because I haven't weighed the box yet, but this is all of the stuff that I've basically taken off the bike. So last but not least, I almost forgot, just remembered, I got a bunch of titanium motor mount stuff just because I had frame sliders on the bike, and I honestly forgot where I put the original motor mounts. So I'm just going to take out the OEMs, which feel heavier. Obviously, these frame slider bolts are heavy compared to, I think both of these, I weighed them last night, they were like 6.7 ounces or something. And then weighing both of these, it was like 1.3. So